Greetings and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Run, and today we're playing as Azazel. I think this run is pretty telling that if I die, I usually die very early on, especially on the dailies that I upload. And I think the majority of that is just that I think that early game is harder, but maybe after some reconciliation, just because we're playing as Azazel, which is a character that's probably the strongest early on, I feel like there's some adjustments I need to make in my own play if I actually want to be a bit more successful in these dailies. Obviously, nothing sucks more than me just dying early on and having to upload it and show my shame to the world. And of course, every time that happens, just because of how the ranking system works, I drop a lot of ranks in total, and I think I was like at top 90 yesterday, and I'm probably at like top 200 today, just because of how bad this daily was. Of course, this is just to my own fault, and I definitely think that there are some amendments which I should have done, but I think the majority of that is just kind of underestimating just how hard early floors can be, and not even how hard they can be, but just how inherently unfair Isaac can be sometimes, with bullets flying off the screen, or maybe with some enemy champions, or maybe some room layouts which you really can't necessarily dodge them. It's nice to have some more hearts to actually play around with. I definitely made a mistake here by going into the Devil Deal and just picking up both of the items. I definitely, as soon as I entered, obviously Devil Deals are nice. I won't say the Devil Deal items are bad, but both of those items were one heart Devil Deals, and that was the information I had before I actually picked the second one up. So that means that neither of them could have been something really, really good. Sure, that's not to say that there aren't good one heart Devil Deals, but most of the really good ones are usually 2 hearts, and if I could afford any one of them, I would have probably taken them at the start. And because of that, I probably shouldn't have taken the other one, because trading away 3 spirit hearts is good in most cases for a 1 heart deal, but when you're left with only half a heart remaining, you're left in this position where you really can't dodge well, or maybe you're in a very vulnerable position where it's very easy to die, and that's exactly what ended up happening. A putter shot me off screen, sort of, and I just walked right into the bullet, and because obviously everything does deal at least half a heart of damage, I ended up dying. So that was quite unfortunate, and I definitely think the biggest tell of this one is not to get too cocky. I think that's maybe the majority of the deaths that happen in Isaac is just because maybe you get a bit overzealous, you're feeling maybe a bit too confident, and I definitely think that was what punished me in this one. I still hope that you enjoyed my misery. Obviously it sucks whenever you die early on. I did do a practice run after and actually did end up getting a pretty good score, but just because it was only a practice run, I do feel like there are things which really don't apply. Even though I played to my best of how I usually would play a daily run, it's still a practice run, and just because of that I feel like I do play differently. Maybe I'm not as meticulous, maybe I'm not as detail oriented, and everybody knows that if you don't play an Isaac in a certain way, runs can end up looking really different, even if you're the same player and you play the practice run right after another. And even if you try to do everything exactly the same, the runs will still end up being quite drastically different, and for that reason I decided not to include it. Nevertheless, I still hope you enjoyed what you did, and I hope that you learned something out of it. Obviously it was quite a short one, but still I do hope that at least you enjoyed parts of it, and I hope to see you next time.